All right. What up, everybody? This is Jason Lee, and this is Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored.
What up, it's your girl April Jones, and I'm in the building.
Yep, it's DJ Damage. Let's get the show started.
Ooh, and we have somebody in the building that I know is going to get everybody talking. Dencia is here.
Woo!
Yes,
How are
yes.
you?
I am doing amazing.
Okay, we're going to have you talking to that mic. I know you typically have somebody with white gloves standing around doing everything you want them to do.
Okay, I'm gonna talk in the mic.
Okay, so Dencia, the fans are going to be mad when I say this, but I'm going to say I've known her for a long time. Long, way before Hollywood Unlocked. And the people that don't know, because not everybody has dug up my past, do you remember my first blog name?
Low key messy.
And that's high key.
But it was funny though, right? It was fun.
I think today it would have been like super popping because people love messy shit.
Right. I should have just stuck by my first vision.
You can start it again.
No
I'll
way.
help you.
Hollywood Unlocked is done. But I met Dencia back in the day. So me, Dencia, Rob Kardashian, Russell Butler. That's really the only four people I remember.
No, it used to be. Let's
We
not
were the
drop
only people that
names.
mattered.
Yeah, but it was a situation where at the end of the night it was everybody.
I can't remember everybody else that used to. Did Quincy come around?
Quincy was there every night. Chris, everybody was there.
Yeah,
it was
like
good
times.
Yeah, it was like the after party to the after party to the after party.
So we used to. So this was back in the day when Hollywood was popping.
Yeah.
Hollywood is not popping. If anybody's out here in LA right now, you think you're popping.
Nah.
It's not popping.
Sorry, you're not.
You missed the times where we would go to the clubs, Dre's, we would go to Garden of Eden, we'd go to all these popping clubs and then end up at Russell's house.
Russell's house. There's a chef cooking and we're partying all night.
The chef got fired.
What'd you do for the chef to get fired?
I didn't do shit.
You
I
sure?
like the shit was the old man.
Yeah, he was nice.
He was nice.
But he was kind of old because it was like too much late night. It was every night for like.
You waking the 60-year-old up at 4 in the morning to cook all types of different cuisine.
Every night, all summer long. All year round, actually. That's what it was.
I just remember that backyard. That was a fun time.
It was the best time of my life.
So I met Dencia then. I don't know, when did you come? So you're not from the U.S., you're from Cameroon, Africa, but why did I think you was in Paris? Because you used to be in Paris a lot.
Yeah, I go to Paris at least 12 times a year. My family lives there, and I love your African men, and I just like to be there. My grandmother lives there. My mom, like almost my whole family.
So Dencia, back in the day, you're still an artist. You still do music?
Yeah, I still do music.
So Dencia was an artist who very quickly came here and was over the top, costuming, hair,
I know.
just everything.
I know.
But that was back when you were his color.
No, it wasn't that deep, but yeah.
No, it wasn't that deep.
But to be honest with you, when I moved here, I feel like everything, I was way more popping when I just moved here. Way more like, you know how it was like.
I think no, but it was different then because that was the era of paparazzi and
Yeah.
you were doing stuff. You and Nicki Minaj would show up at the same event wearing the same high-end shit, and then it was some shit.
Right. That was kind of fun. It was cool, but I just feel like now it's more. I'm bored. Like I feel like I'm over it.
Well, that's because you're rich.
That I think about it, and that's the truth actually, because I look at it like fame is really not something that it scares me. I'm not really interested in it like that. I'm more interested in making money and just being in my house all day and laughing at memes and trolling people who try to troll me. You know what I mean? It's what it is.
So Dencia, the artist, the performer, the dog handler, she was all these things, and then somewhere in the midst of all this, you created this brand that took off out of nowhere and just has made you. I'm sure you're a millionaire at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, and so we'll get into all the matching pink cars and the houses and all of that. But she launched a brand called
Whitenicious.
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 Yeah,
So
like bootylicious.
so Whitenicious, and it's a cream that I thought at first was designed to, like touch up your elbow.
That's what it is for,
Okay.
actually.
So it's a skin bleaching cream.
I wouldn't classify it as bleaching.
Skin lightening.
Lightening. I would say lightening, brightening. I would not. My chemist is not going to classify it as bleaching
Okay.
either. The FDA would not classify it as bleaching because of the ingredients that's in it. Everything is classified depending on what it's put inside, you know. And I really have never talked about this because I keep walking out on interviews because people get on my last nerves, like the latest nerves that grows.
What do they do to get on your nerves? Do you think people are very judgmental of the product or what you're doing?
I don't care if you could judge me all you want because they still judge me and come and buy it anyways. So I don't care. Just judge me, put the money in my pocket, I'm straight. Jason, they do. Bible, there's literally a blogger who bought this product. She's buying it and she's using it, and we had reached out to her, and she goes, "Oh, I just wanted to." She wanted to use it so they can review the product. 5 years later, she's light and bright, 2 shades from white.
So it's go ahead.
No. So it's a lightening cream.
Yes.
But it is called Whitenicious.
Yeah.
Whitenicious.
Whitenicious. So most people are like, why that name?
Yeah.
By the way, I have a couple other brands. We have probably 10 other brands with different names. I have Darkalicious.
You have Darkalicious. So
yes. We have Nvidia Cosmetics and different things. So
what does Darkalicious do? Make you darker?
We have tanning products and stuff, but no, it's just for moisturizing, like really clean, moisturizing products. And we have tanning products with like body beautifying chocolate creams and stuff like that.
So you have all realms. You got Whitenicious, Darkalicious.
Licious, Nvidia, and I'm dropping men line, baby line, everything. And with Whitenicious, it really came from a point where, so I have what they call Addison's disease and adrenal insufficiency. And around 2012, I was going through life. That's when I cut myself off from everybody. I was really sick. I was going through a lot in life. And then remember my house got robbed like 3 times?
We're going to get into the house robbery in a minute. Because it's not funny, but it is funny.
My house got robbed like 3 times. And then after that, I just became paranoid. And then I kind of like hit depression. Like, Jason, don't laugh because I'm about to cry because they moved my house.
We're going to get into it. We'll just get into it real quick. One day she calls me and she says, they literally moved her out. She has nothing. Couches.
They took everything?
Beds, bed sheets and stuff.
They had moved her out her entire house. I mean, and I was there for her, but like, girl, you're gonna have to figure that out and call me back. Cause how they move out your shoes and your bed?
Because I was in Nigeria promoting one of my singles, and the police calls me. No, it was Joe. It was Joe because Joe was staying with me at that time. And he goes, yo, we got robbed. And I was like, robbed? and I didn't think it was that serious, right? And my dog went missing too during the robbery. It's not Jason, stop laughing.
They took the dog?
It's too crazy. They took
everything?
It's too crazy. And I show up back to America, right? And have nothing. Literally, my underwear is like...
Yeah, Joe.
Joe wasn't even there no more.
Was his stuff stolen?
I don't know because there was nothing in the house. So when that happened, right, I came back and I just started staying at the W Hollywood. I moved into the W Hollywood because I couldn't stay in my house because I'm thinking, because that same year that robbed me 3 times. And I told you, the first robbery, I know who did it. I know who did it.
Who?
That one girl was leaving her car. I'm not going to drop her name. I'm not going to give her the time of the day.
She was living in her car.
Her friend, I just saw her friend drive away from here.
Really?
Yeah. She did that shit.
Her and the moving company came.
I don't know who did
I
don't know who did the 3rd robbery, but the 3rd one was massive, right? And I show up and I was like, let me stay at my house for one day, and I tried and it was not working. I ended up moving into a hotel, and then from there I started going like I became paranoid and I hit depression because now I'm scared. I'm like, if they can rob me that bad, they can kill me too. The killer is around. And I started seeing a psychologist and my health really deteriorated a lot. My Addison's disease, because Addison's disease, adrenal insufficiency, and stress don't go together.
Wait, so speaking to the mic, so what is Addison's disease for people that?
It's an autoimmune disorder.
Okay.
It's really bad. It's something that's really rare.
But did it affect your skin at all?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It does. So what happened to Addison says, so right now if I have an Addisonian crisis, I can either look like Michael Jackson or I can look like Lupita Nyong'o. It just depends on what happens in the crisis, like how bad it goes. So you suffer from hypopigmentation and hyperpigmentation. And 2012 was when I was just sitting one day and I started noticing the changes in my hands, and I called my sister and she goes, "Oh, it's not a big of a deal. Your great grandma had it on her face." And I'm like, "Huh?"
I was gonna say, didn't you bring a girl to my house whose dad was involved in the blood diamond scandal?
Girl. They robbed me too.
So you remember in Africa when the guy had killed all
His
the
name
people
is
for the
Charles
diamonds?
Taylor.
She brought his daughter to my house. I was like, y'all got to get up out of here.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know her.
Well, let's not go there because then we're gonna get into some other activities we don't want to talk about. Okay, so you found out you had the Addison's disease,
Yeah.
and then is that how Whitenicious came
Yeah,
about?
it came about when
Because most people just saw like the before and after. I mean, I know you as being darker than you are now.
Right.
And then I saw you and I was like, first of all, she on her way to getting a pot of gold, so she getting paid. Second of all, I didn't understand how it happened because you let I think you did really good at marketing because you let people just go and create this firestorm or controversy because it didn't do anything but put more people onto your product.
Right. The truth is, when it happened, so Whitenicious came about. When that happened to me, I was in Nigeria, so I called my sister, and then I came back to LA. I started going to see doctors and trying to fix. I was like, my hand looks different from rest of. To be honest with you, when you start experiencing some kind of change, it affects you on a psychological level really bad, you know. I started seeing doctors, and my doctor would be like, oh, he'll prescribe me all these things. He'll be like, we go to like a compounding pharmacy, they compound creams for you to fix this, fix that, because they cannot darken your skin. You can only lighten. So I didn't even want to use the creams because it was like hydroquinone and it was really bad. And I ended up meeting this guy. He's a chemist and he was into skincare. He's from Switzerland. On a plane, and we started talking, and I was telling him what I was going through and the little things I was using, what I was doing. And he's like, there's this thing that you could do, you could use or whatever. So it's like, cool, let's brainstorm and stuff. And then I started using it on my own, and it worked so well. And I was
What did you see where did you start using it on your body first?
I started on my hands.
On your hands.
Yeah. And that's when I really wasn't going anywhere. I was always, like, I was depressed. I was in my sister's house. I actually left LA and gone back to my sister's house in Virginia, and I started using it and it was working. And my sister just said, well, why don't you market this? I mean, this is working for you. Why don't you just market it since you have this guy came up with the idea? I was like, yeah. And that time I really needed to get out and do something with my life because I was super useless. I was doing nothing with my life. I was going through the depression, the paranoia, my health and everything. And my psychologist was like, go do something that makes you happy. And business is something that always made me happy. Mm-hmm. So we just started the most amazing thing was the container, so gorgeous. And when we did that, we started the products. But the truth is, I put it out December 2013, 25th, right? We didn't even have the products. We didn't have anything, but I put it out.
What did you put out?
I just put out
a picture?
No, I didn't put out a picture. So I put out the containers first. And then after we put out the picture, the marketing picture, right? And to be honest with you, I didn't realize how light and bright I was.
Okay, so let's start this. Yeah. So you started on your hands.
Yeah, and then
so on your hand, what did your hands look like when you started the cream? Was it blotchy, so it was different colors?
Yes.
And so you put it on, and then it evened it out.
Yes.
And so of course then
now your hands are lighter. Now it's like, okay, you keep going. You keep going.
So then when you start putting it on your face, what was the process of,
I didn't start with my face because like if you, in the process of anything, you always want to leave your face out first because your face is so sensitive and you can literally lighten your face in 2 days. So I just started with like all the body parts, like my knees and my feet and everywhere that was just patchy or blotchy, and then it just kept going, and my face was literally the last thing that I ever touched. And when that happened, it's like, okay, I'm in a market. It says a dark spot remover. It's 30 grams. It's like literally little bottles. Because now a lot of people suffer from that. My sister started using it too because she had acne and stuff. And it really worked. So we put it out, right? And then we put out the picture. And it's all good. But the African media is going crazy, right? And then media put out the story on, I think it was the 6th of January. And then we had no products. This was not even something.
So wait, there was no products.
No, we didn't even have the containers.
So what was it? It was just...
And we made $1 million online in one day after Media Takeout put it out. America picked it up. Boom, Europe picked it up. It was like.
So it was pre-orders.
It was just orders. We didn't say pre-order. It was just there. Like, just go order whatever. We don't know what we're doing. And so I'm sitting in my sister's house. Like, literally, I was laying on my sister's couch every day because I'm depressed and I'm just
Shit, your depression didn't go away when $1 million came
No, but what? I got more depressed.
Why? Because now you don't have the product.
Yes, so now I have to come up with a product now. I have to call the guys
And there was no name to it? Was there a name to it?
It was Whitenicious.
So you
there
had
was a
Whitenicious.
name to
So
it.
was it
a
a
website.
joke when you
No,
made
it
the
was
name?
not a joke. No, the name came about. Okay, so the name is something that my best friend at the time and I came up with. You know, they have Beyonce Bootylicious, and we were just joking, like, you know. So if you look at, I'm obsessed with like white bed shits and like certain like white, like the purity of white, not the skin color, not your skin color, like the color white. So when people get married, they get married in like white, and so the narrative is like. When you have acne and dark spots, right? Let me speak as a woman, right? When I'm going through my period and I have acne and dark spots, I don't feel pure. Does that make sense? And then,
But is that you making the contrast between white and dark?
technically,
You're saying white is
technically,
pure.
if you have a dark spot, so technically, if it's dark outside, you have to turn on the light for the darkness to go away, right? So technically, if you have a dark spot, you have to lighten it.
If you're in a dark place, it's bad. Meaning dark.
If you have
like
dark spots, people would tell you people get depressed from having dark spots and acne. So now they experience the purity of Whitenicious.
So isn't that the controversy that you face?
Yeah.
You know, it was to be honest with
Because
you.
people, let me just say to everybody who's listening and going off and whatever, she don't give a fuck what nobody says about it. Like, she's not one. If anybody in this room, and I can take a blow, no pun intended. She can take anything you give her, so it's not like you're moved by people's opinion.
Jason, you've known me for how long? I don't even care. It's not that deep. To be honest with you, I just react back because. So if you talk shit to me, right, and I don't say nothing, that's it. But if I say something, like you say something, let's say you have 2 followers, let's say you have 20 followers. Once you talk, your 20 followers gonna go on and see what Whitenicious is about. At least 5 of them are gonna come back. So if I sit quiet, so when I talk back, it's not because you're saying anything that hurts me, because there's nothing anybody in this world can say that hurts me. And I feel bad about that, because I asked my psychologist that was normal, that I don't feel bad at all about anything. And he's like, no, that's where people want to be. Like, because I started feeling bad. Like, is something wrong with me? Why is all this shit talking not affecting me, right? And I'm like, damn, it's like, I don't.
So, what you're asking?
Yeah, talk to me about the culture. I know it happens in Jamaica where people are lightening their skin. Does that happen in Africa? Like, why do people feel like they have to lighten their skin? Is it like a status thing? Is it a beauty thing? Like, why? Of course, you did it because you had a disease, but the culture of people lightening their skin, what is up with that? Where does that come from?
I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for other people. For example, people lighten their skin more in America than in Jamaica. That's a narrative that they try to push on the world. For example, my company, my business started in America. Okay, we have how many? We have over 500,000 customers in America. Our biggest market is America, and it's not just black people. It's everybody. Matter of fact, I live in. So if you go down north, Calabasas, Thousand Oaks, Westlake Village. If you go to a dermatologist's office, it's a Caucasian area, right? All they sell is skin brightening, skin lightening products. But people think it's black people. They want to push the narrative on Africa or Jamaica. No, Americans.
Well, I think because we see people like Bob's Cartel, even
No,
Sammy
those are
Sosa,
not-
like people go from drastically darker skin to like white.
It's
What,
like
he skinny? He liked it?
you cannot go from black to white. That's impossible.
Well, not white, but you know what I'm saying. Like
You
when you look at
lighter.
Bob's Cartel,
You look
he
like
was dark.
He looks bad though. He has all the dark knuckles. Look like burn.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying?
burn-
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't necessarily see that happen in the States so much, where somebody goes from
See-
super dark to.
That's what you think, but it happens every day. I'm telling you, the average black woman has a couple of skin bleaching creams in their drawer. Okay.
So how long was the turnaround time for that you actually started to see the results, like when it pertained to the legs, the body, like how long did it fully take?
It was quick. For example, I was on the East Coast,
Mhm.
so it's kind of cold. It was during the
Yeah.
winter, so it was quick. It was less than 30 days for me because
Right.
all I was doing was moisturizing every day. Like every time I thought about it, I'll moisturize. I was just in there like
So was your plan originally like, let me match all my skin, and then as you started seeing it, then now the skin, this is lighter, so now my legs got to be lighter.
Yeah.
Then was there a conscious decision that I now have to make everything the same color?
Yeah, it was. Because
Was it ever psychological, like you were doing it because you wanted to be a white girl?
Nope. I can never be a white. Why would I want to be a white girl when I have this fabulous life as a black girl? Come on now.
I mean, someone said.
No, I don't. See, I'm gonna be 100% honest, and people get this SHIT all wrong. Your skin tone does not make you better. It doesn't.
No.
Like they say, there's this saying, I've been rich before I've been poor, and I choose rich or whatever, right? I've been dark before, I've been light before. I don't give a fuck about my skin tone, okay? Because that's not what made me. Because I was popping before. I'm not even popping now, anyways. So it's like, so for me, out of experience in life, your skin tone. A lot of people think, oh, if they're lighter, they're gonna do better. No.
But did you run with it? Because then you got all the pink dogs, you got the pink cars, you got.
I always had my pink dog though. My diva was always pink. I just matched the cars.
But someone say now you're living in a Barbie world. I mean.
I've always lived in the Barbie way. It's just levels to the Barbie life. You know what I mean? It's levels. There's a broke level, the rich level, the richer level. It just keeps going. I love pink. I'm a pink girl. I'm a girly girl. So I just think that it just matches my little personality.
So when you said you put the picture out before you had the container, when you had the container, you put the picture out. When you saw the picture, what did you say? Like, did you notice the difference? Is that when you noticed the difference?
See, the truth is, so everybody was talking, right? And it's like, in my head, I'm like, what are they talking about? It's never that deep, right? You know what I mean? Because in my head, why are people so worried about what somebody else is doing with themselves? I cannot comprehend that because I really don't care about anybody else but me. I feel like it was just too much of, it was not people, then it was the press. And the whole press blew up. You had me to take out, I had the Lupita fake shit that she came up with.
You called her a slave, right?
I mean, did she have in a slave movie? I'm confused. She was in a slave movie.
But you said.
What did I say? Because I don't remember these things. I just talk and say. What is not right?
You can't call her a slave.
She was in a slave movie.
You and Lupita, you got into a Lupita and you said, oh, Lupita Nyong'o. You added her. You said can't talk about the bleaching creams. White people companies make because the white man pays her. They own her.
That's a fact, though.
What do you mean by that?
Because so Lupita got up and lied that there was a letter that some girl sent this letter like, oh my God, you've made it in Hollywood without lightening your skin. First of all, that was a fake one, okay? Because if there was really a girl, she would have come out and said, I wrote that letter. She and her PR team were dumb. They were trying to capitalize off of the whole press from that thing. Like, how do you go to an event that is supposed to uplift women? And then you pick me. I didn't even know who the fuck she was.
So she picked you?
To talk, because she was talking about me. She had a whole speech. Oprah was there. You decided to talk about little Dencia. You know, like, it was supposed to be an event where you uplift people, and she said a girl wrote her letter saying, she just wanted to say, I've made it in Hollywood, but she didn't know how to say it directly. She didn't want to be cocky about it. So she came up with a fake letter, but they didn't fake the girl. They didn't do it right. So when I saw it, I was like, damn, this is my chance to capitalize off her. You know, it's like, if I stay quiet, it's gonna die. I need to cash in. And I realized that she had a deal with Lancome. Lancome does sell skin lightening products, and really bad ones because their ingredients are horrible. So she gets a deal with Lancome because Whitenicious is popping. These big companies are threatened by the little people. So what is best than to take a Hollywood girl who's dark skin and let's push her to push this girl out, which is me. Like, yo, I'm African like you. You can't do that. Like, we're supposed to be.
So when you went after her, did it become a big thing?
Yes, I made money. Jeez. We were selling out without having products. I did. And that's why, honestly, most people are like, oh, maybe you hate Lupita or you're mad. No, sis. I love you. Can we start this all over again?
but you gotta understand there are people that look up to you and do think like they aspire to be you business wise and to look like you and think what you represent yourself as is beautiful, right? And you sell a cream called Whitenicious. You don't feel like you don't understand where people could go like, you know, like you I don't want to say you're preying on the self-esteem because self-esteem is something personal, but you know, these girls feel like, hey, if I lighten my skin, I would look like her, or I would look like a Beyonce. You know, that's where they're getting their confidence from.
Okay, let's do this. I always tell people this thing. most people get this whole thing confused. If you look at Hollywood, for example, like the top A-listers, you look at the model industry, look at the acting industry, if you go deep, almost everybody has beautiful dark skin. People only see the little part that they want to see. You will never see a light-skinned runway model that is black. That is like light skin, almost never. Have you ever noticed that they do the biggest runway shows? Look at all the supermodels who are black. How many of them are light skinned? But again, it goes to the fact that they push a culture on people. These little things is like, they will look at little reality TV or look at little music videos and it's light skinned girls, but they don't look at the bigger picture. You see what I mean? For example, in my family, I have nieces who are like Lupita dark. They don't want to look, they want to be successful, but they've never been like, oh, I want to change my skin and look like Auntie Dom, or I want to do this or that. I talk to my nieces and nephews all the time. Like, I have a niece, she's like, oh, I want to be caramelicious. You know, it's not. I know that there's influence on people, and I'm very conscious of how I promote whatever I
But
promote.
what would you say to the people that say, you built this brand off straight controversy? Your marketing tactics are just build as much controversy because you partnered with Blac Chyna
Yeah.
to take her to Africa and piss the whole fucking world
But
off.
that's the problem. I wasn't taking China to Africa because of the cream oil. Let's do this, because I'm mad at you for that shit. You know that, because
Well, she wrote the story back there, I think.
I mean, I can't fight. You're gonna beat my ass, but we gonna fight.
She's pregnant. Give her.
That's
a couple
fine.
months.
I can't even fight, so a pregnant one can probably still beat me.
Okay, so you did reach out to me. There was a story we wrote where you partnered with, or somehow Blac
No,
Chyna.
that's not how it happened.
Because she was lighter on that photo, by the way.
Who, China?
Yes.
Oh, she used it.
I don't know why people say she was lighter. That picture, 100%, you were there. She had no makeup on. It wasn't edited. I could show you the raw everything. People might say we manipulate. No, China has gorgeous skin.
So what was? She's a very pretty girl. What was
She
the
is.
actual brand called?
It's a collaboration. Whitenicious by China. So let's take it back. Nigeria. China and I were going to host. There was a booking to host parties, 3 parties. There was all money being paid. And we just recently had a store in Nigeria. This is the first store.
You and her?
Flagship.
Or
No,
you-
not me and
your
her.
brand?
Yes.
Okay.
And this was somebody else in Nigeria. So since we were already going to Nigeria for these parties, I was like, you know what? Maybe we can just, we already had this whole skincare thing in process. So I was like, maybe we can just, do a lunch at the store. So it's not like we were going to sell these products in Nigeria. That was not the case. We were going to host parties, and it happens that we had a brand, and it was like, it's like people took that and
Were you
ran
doing like
with
an
it.
in-store?
Yeah.
Okay.
So people took that and ran with it. We were just launching the store. Literally
How
launching
successful
the
was
store.
the launch?
It was great. It was popping though. It was. It was really good. People showed out. Everything was good, and a lot of people were scared that maybe we were gonna get attacked or something because all these dirty feet people were talking SHIT on the internet.
Dirty feet.
But that's the
What
thing.
is dirty?
People,
What is dirty? What do you mean dirty feet?
all the guys who were talking SHIT had dirty feet anyways. It's like they have dirty feet.
So wait, so has Africa embraced Whitenicious or no?
I mean, they're buying. See, that's the thing. I don't care if they embrace or not as long as they're buying. That's the thing. If you're gonna, I call it the bash and buy policy. I see so many people on the internet talking SHIT, but I still see their names. Like for example, I'm not gonna drop names, okay? You have
Drop names.
No, I can't for business reasons. And you know, people just sue people for nothing. You just say hire somebody to sue you. You know, I don't want no lawsuits. So you have a situation where people are talking so much shit, right? And then they're buying. Have you noticed that American celebrities don't talk shit about Whitenicious? They really don't. Right?
Why? Because they're using. But you.
I'm not gonna go into details.
No, but you fulfill all the orders. Your company does, so you know who's buying it.
Duh, everybody's buying. Athletes, men, women, like everybody's buying. Like it's to me, and that's why I cannot be mad at anything anybody says, because people are just trying to be on social media and pop off what's popping. But there are times that I'm gonna be honest with you, I've had to step in and tell somebody I'm not gonna support you like me as yet. Like as this celebrity, she's huge, like huge. And
Lupita.
no. Lupita's not
Davis.
huge. I'm talking about huge. She's been a celebrity since I was a baby.
Naomi Campbell.
I'm not calling names. I'm not dropping
Naomi
names.
Campbell?
No, it's not her. No, it's not Naomi. It's an American. She's American. She's a singer. She's huge, you know. So
Not Beyonce.
she reaches out to. She's dark skinned. Okay. She reaches out to the company and she wants to lighten her skin, right? And usually the people who work there, like she said, she wanted to talk to me, and so the manager she sent her assistant, and I was like, okay, this is weird. And when I get to talk to her, she's like, oh, she wants to lighten her skin. She said she wants to lighten her skin. You know what I told her? I was like, you've been famous your whole life. You know what I mean? You build your brand off who you are. People love you for this person. I don't even know why people are obsessed with people's skin, but they're obsessed with her skin. If you try this extra tight tea, you're done. Like it's gonna be Jesus Christ. Sorry, let me hang up. It's not good for you as a person. That's one thing I don't advise people to do it because especially if they're gonna get the backlash that I got. I don't think a lot of them can take it.
But do you care? But you did it for medical reasons. Some people are doing it
People
because
just do it and that's their personal
other
reasons. And that's okay.
But do you care? Do you ever care? Why do you care?
For somebody like this celebrity, I care because one, she's American, and unfortunately Americans are not very strong. Okay, like if the backlash that I got, if she got it, she'll probably commit suicide. Jesus Christ. Yo, I'm at an interview and I told you that. Stop calling me.
So you feel like Americans are weak?
Yeah, Americans are actually very weak, and I'm going to tell you why. American.
Is it black Americans or just
No,
Americans?
Americans in general, they're weak AF. They're not raised to be strong. You can just tell somebody good morning and they go kill themselves. Like, that's how weak Americans. And when I say they're weak, if you're worried about what I'm doing with myself, you're a weak person.
They don't do this anywhere else.
I mean, where I came from, the background I came from, I don't care what you do with yourself or your life. But I care what you do with your kids, though. Like, I love children, and you can't fuck with kids, you know. But it's like, I just feel like what I'm doing with myself should not affect you. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't even question what I'm doing with myself. Because it means you have issues with yourself if you question what other people are doing with themselves.
Well, like I said, like there's colorism that happens here in America, and I feel like
It happens everywhere in the world.
Well, yeah, there you go. I feel like people are just sensitive about the fact of that. Like,
Why are you sensitive about what somebody else is doing with themselves?
I'm just representing a crowd here that are sensitive
And see
about
that? And see,
I'm serious.
so are you sensitive?
I'm not sensitive about it.
Okay, so why are you representing a crowd that is
Well,
sensitive
because
and you're not?
our viewers, there are people that's going to be out there that's going to want me to ask these questions.
You should be telling them to mind the business that pays them.
Well,
But
they
I
don't
mean-
have the opportunity to sit down and talk to you.
Yeah.
See,
I
I'm
don't
here.
never have it. We can't even get in the same zip code.
So do
They
you?
need to be working
So
to
how
get
much?
up.
So how much money have you made from Whitenicious?
A lot. A
Eight-
whole
Would
lot.
you say 8 figures?
A lot. You know, I'm not good with numbers. I can see it and I can't, you know, I'm not great with numbers, but it's a lot of numbers. It's a lot of zeros.
And so what is the worst thing you've heard about what you're doing with the company, with the products? Like, what's the worst thing you heard?
Yo, I have amnesia, honestly. I don't even remember. To be honest with you, half of the time, after people have talked all this shit, I don't even remember. Like I would sit on the internet and clap back and hurt people's feelings, and after that, I don't even remember that. I don't know. Jason, it's like, yo, I don't know. I'm not focused on that,
Do
you
people
know?
send you like the before and after pictures?
What happened?
Sometimes?
Oh, they do. People, oh my God, the worst. Not the worst. The funniest is like when people send like, because we have what we call intimate area creams for people who suffer from anal, vaginal,
Darkening.
Rosa Acosta was just on the last show and she said her pussy needs to be like.
Yeah,
she
a
said
lot
she
of-
wanted some of your cream.
A
Yeah.
lot of women, you'll be certain men and women suffer from that because
What
they
is
have
it?
Like
it's
hair.
called intimate area cream. So what causes it is
Starting.
people who people have too much sex. First of all, the friction or whatever can cause dark like hyperpigmentation. When you shave, people who wax and shave, it ends up giving them hyperpigmentation. So that's why it's better to do like laser hair reduction because then it doesn't leave anything.
So when you put the cream on it, what, it just lightens it up?
Yeah, you have brand new pussy. Ooh.
How long does it take?
It depends on the person. So wait, there was
It
this
doesn't
pussy-
cause like yeast infections or anything.
No, it doesn't.
Because you don't have
because-
to put it in.
No, you don't have to put it in your JJ. You just put it like,
Outside.
cause you change it, you know.
No, because you know some people's pussies are different. Some are just kind of out, and then some are.
Some of them bust
All
off.
right, listen.
Oh, really?
This is
Yeah.
the most we've talked about pussy, a description on this show.
So it's like if the lips is out, can you put it on the outside?
The lips. Why would your lips be out? What have you been doing?
Not mine, but I know.
Yeah, see, you can't do that. Some people's lips are like that.
That's what I'm saying. I've seen it.
Wait,
With
is
the
it
lip-
What were you
natural?
looking for when you saw it?
Wait,
Girl, I
is it-
wasn't. My friend
Wait,
just.
is it natural for pussy lips to be out?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I have a fat pussy.
I'm not.
So I don't know, but I've
Pussies
seen
come in
one.
all different looks.
I'm not expecting pussies and shit, but I've seen pussy.
So you gotta make a cream for the ones that's out because it's gonna burn.
No, it's the same. No, it's the same thing though. Cause see, the cream is made for that. It's specifically made for that. And like people send their pictures, right? No shame in the game, okay? They'll send you on Instagram with their Instagram pages. They'll buy the product, use it, and they're so happy to send us before and after. So this girl sent
Of
us
their
one.
vagina.
Yeah. And so my friend was just called. This girl sent us some pictures recently. And it was so amazing. We had to ask her to go back and take more pictures.
Greasing that kid.
We wanted to inspect it and make sure. I sell this product, but sometimes the results are like so amazing. I'm like, damn, Dencia, you out here killing it, changing pussy lives, bro.
And so, just so I can understand, so the audience who's by now probably very vocal on the thing here. It was your intent in doing it to help people lighten their skin or fix their skin or to make money or both?
My intent, honestly, sincerely, this is not me Jussie Smolletting or anything. This is me being 100%.
Why you gonna throw him under the bus?
What bus? He needs to be the bus driver at this point. This is me being 100% honest, whether people believe it or not. I'm gonna be sincere. I never thought it was gonna blow up the way it did. I never, because I'm not the first person to do this. I'm not gonna be the last. A lot of people have tried, but it never blew up like this. I'm not gonna be the last.
I mean,
either.
Lancome isn't even getting that type of advertising.
Cause they're not me, bro. I'm African. I came from far. I'm smarter than them.
So what blogger was buying the product?
I won't drop names. They know themselves.
Well, there's only a few that are she, and I know she. Is she African?
No.
Okay.
I mean, technically, basically, but no, she's not African. But see, I didn't know it was gonna. This is me being the most honest human being I can be, okay? We started with just 30-gram jars. It was 2 products. The dark spot removers and the dark knuckles for people. Because when people lighten their skin and it looks bad, they have like really dark knuckles. It looks like the burns and stuff, like Vibes Cartel and all these people on the street. So we created a product to fix that. And that was working really well. And my aim was just to help people with those things. And as we kept going, we kept expanding. We have like 40 products now for everything. Like people come, oh my God, make products for this, make products for that. And I'm like, yay, well, you know, the money is good. But to be honest with you, half of them I'm not thinking about the money. I'm not thinking about the money. I'm just thinking of creating new products, doing things that are better, just helping people, because I have seen how it changes people's lives, Jason. Like, you don't even get it. Like, I have people that I don't pay for. I don't pay for people to make videos or YouTube. I don't even give people free products to do that SHIT. Like, people use it and they send me the most amazing messages, and that's why. And this is not people who use it to lighten their skin. Like somebody who just suffered acne for like their whole life, suddenly this thing fixed their problem. You know what I mean?
When you first when you first lightened your skin, weren't you lighter than you are now though?
I was, because what happens is, but most people don't get it. I'm not trying to be out here looking super light skin. Actually, this is the skin tone. I love my skin tone like this. I was like, you know, the last time I saw Beyonce, like, I like the bronze golden tone. That's what I like. Yeah, I was way lighter. I was like light and bright, 2 shades from, I don't know, white. But I didn't like it. But what happens is when I have an Addisonian crisis, like, you can see me next week and I'll look way lighter than this. If I have a stress.
And so then what do? You use the cream to manage that, or does it just?
Most of the time when I have an Addisonian crisis, I just have to go to ER and they'll give me some injections and manage it. And when that happens, then it depends on what happens. If I get lighter, I don't do anything. But then if I start hyperpigmented, then I use product.
So what do you say to the people who criticize you and say, oh, she bleached her skin because she's insecure about being a black woman and she's not happy being black, just wants to be white?
First of all, I could never be white, and I don't want to be white because I have this amazing bomb life as a black woman, okay? If you think I'm insecure and you don't know me, that's you saying what is going on in your life. You cannot decide what people are because you don't know them. Does that mean? Do you think I'm insecure? How long have you
No,
don't need
no, I don't think you're
Right.
insecure at all. I think you're definitely a very smart businesswoman. I think
Yeah.
you've always been.
I actually started my first business. I was like 8 years old, all the way when I was in Africa. I've been in America 12 years, and I've always had a business. I've never worked for anybody.
Did you ever date Rob Kardashian?
Jason, stop.
No, because we were always close friends, but I feel like you guys were always really close. I didn't know.
No, me and Rob never date. No, Jason, stop. We never dated. We were just friends, like everybody.
But you had a crush on Rob. You guys had. A
I
crush.
didn't.
No?
Jason.
No, because when I would talk to him, he'd
It's
be like,
private.
when I would talk to him, he'd be like, have you talked to Dencia? And then when I talk to you, he'd be like, have I talked to Rob? I'm like, why are you both asking me if I've talked to one another? Clearly, y'all need to talk.
No, okay, Jason, stop. This was how many years ago? 8 years ago.
Long time.
We were all very close, and we all had a good time, but nothing ever happened between us ever.
Because I used to pass out. I don't know.
Oh my goodness, he's trying to be messy.
Okay.
No. Everybody, I put this on everything I own, all my money, all my cars, my
I
dogs.
put this on all my money. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, I put this on everything I own. And nothing ever happened between me and Rob. We were friends. We all hung out as a group all the time. Yeah, as far as I remember. And everybody was always there.
I got there late.
You lying.
Wait,
You
so
lying.
Russell Butler and his girlfriend passed away. How crazy was that? I think people don't really understand how close we all were. We all used to literally hang out all the time. This
That was
group of
sad.
people.
You know,
Yeah,
Russell.
I saw from Philly. too.
Right.
And this was back in the day when Chris Brown was like a really nice,
Right, when everybody was still normal.
before the world fucked us all up.
To be honest with you, I don't know what happened to the world. The world just switched, and it was like, what happened? No, Rasul is somebody that I brought everybody around Rasul. That was, how did he start? First of all, me and
Dre's,
Rasul
I think
started.
that's where I met everybody. That's where I met
No, me and Rasul started was he was trying to date me, but I didn't want it. I wasn't into him at all.
You're into
But then,
Euro African men, right?
yeah. And but we became really close. Like we became super close, and we would hang out every day. He was like, his house was close to me. We'll go to the games, hang out every day, and we'll party so much. And then I started bringing all my friends around, and then it was everybody. And then it just became like this big crowd of people who just had fun. He was the nicest, sweetest person ever. But the truth is, when I heard he had a car accident and there was speeding involved, I wasn't surprised. Remember we used to do race? We used to race at night 2 a.m. to go back to the valley.
Yeah.
You were driving. I used to drive.
Yeah,
but
but I
he-
was not in your guys' car. I was in my own
he
car.
had a driver, and we used to do this race things on the 101. And so when I heard he died from a car crash, I was like, damn, I need to slow down. You know, he was the sweetest human being. He was the only person with a soul that I knew in LA. Let me put it that way. Everybody who met Russell, he didn't care if you were gay, straight, popping or not.
He used to
rich
think
or
it was
poor.
funny how I would pull niggas at his house.
Yeah, like we had such a good time. I remember one time when we brought Tiffany New York around. He said he just wanted to touch her boob and see. He was the sweetest person. When he died, I was so broken.
Yeah, it was
I was
shocking.
I reached out to his daughter. Maybe I told her if she ever needs anything, I'm here for her because her dad was always there for me. Like he was like the most amazing person I ever met in my 10 years in LA. And that would never change.
So what are the goals for you now? I mean, now that you are, are you protective over who you allow around you now?
I don't allow nobody.
So, like-
What the fuck? Everybody's fired.
So if Jordan Woods wanted to hang out, she can't.
Hell to the no. No, I can't do that. Her mom, I know her mom.
Yeah, she's a sweet lady.
I've never tasted her, so I don't know. I can tell. Honestly, truly, you know what? I don't know. I don't want nobody. I spend 99% of my time by myself. Actually, I do. I spend half of my life in a hot tub, in my backyard, with my dogs.
Wait, what's the dog's name that you used to have?
Diva. I have Diva
Is she
Chanel.
still alive?
Yeah. Oh my God, she is. She just had multiple surgeries recently, but she's still.
Still kicking.
Hang it on.
Yeah.
Nobody stole her yet?
She went missing. She went to doggy jail when her house got robbed, but he got her out of jail. It was the hardest thing. It's more difficult to get a dog out of a dog thing than a human being getting out of jail.
So what's the next step for you? So now you're an entrepreneur. I mean, you've always been an entrepreneur, but now you're highly successful. You're making millions of dollars, changing people's skin and lives. And what's next?
So I love music. That's what I started. Most people don't know, but my career started as an artist. I'm going back to the music here and there. I love doing music. When I'm going through life, I record. I make really great music, by the way. And when I drop my music, it's always number one. So I have that support system already. My goal is really to focus on my music now and just focus on building take my brand to a different level. There's levels to this SHIT, and that's what we're doing. It's not just one brand, it's different products and stuff. But this year, I'm just gonna put a lot more effort into music because I want to win a Grammy, and to get that Grammy as a world artist, not as an American, as an African, because I'm not here fighting with y'all. Y'all can fight your fight in America without me. Even though I have the American passport, I'm still trying to, you know what I mean?
So who do you think is the best female rapper right now?
I don't care about them. But see, I care about people for different reasons, right? For example, I was a child when Lil Kim was coming up. I cannot tell you one Lil Kim song, but I can tell you all her iconic outfits.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I love Nicki Minaj's music, but like it depends on the music. When she sings.
I mean, one of Nicki's songs I think is actually the shit is "Looking Ass Nigga." I don't know if y'all remember that.
See, I will listen to her songs like "Come See About." Like I love stuff, pop stuff, and I'll listen to that and stuff like that. I don't like today's rap really. I don't know what they're saying. I can't even hear they're cursing me out. Like I can't be out there talking SHIT to me.
You don't like J. Cole?
I listen to Kendrick.
She's listening to Ariana Grande.
No, I actually don't listen to Ariana.
She has a really good album. She
Does she?
Yeah, absolutely.
I actually listen to Camila Cabello. I love her.
Oh, yeah,
I listen to a lot more pop music.
Oh, okay.
I'm more of a pop girl. I like loud stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, so I can't be in the mood with all the people doing. Because hip hop today, you have to be high to figure it out.
So you're not listening to Michelle and Cello.
Who's that?
It's just
Nope.
she's from a long time ago.
No, I just think that everybody's iconic in different ways when it comes to who is the best rapper. There's things I like from different people. You know, it's like who are the female rappers anyways out now?
Cardi B.
She has a nice style. Like her stylist does a great job. I'm not a fan of like the music that some people put out, but I'm a fan of certain things about them.
See, that's why I thought you would have been a fan of her because she has some of her music that gives you that '90s vibe, like Finesse, and even the new song "Please Me."
I love
Bruno.
I love Bruno Mars. I love his. Oh my God, his album is freaking amazing. But I haven't heard any songs he has done with Cardi. But I see Cardi's pictures. I like her style, but I'm not really the girl who listens to her music and stuff like that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, listen, it's going to be interesting to see what everybody has to say about this interview, but more importantly, it's going to be interesting to see how many of our listeners go buy your product. So,
well, they're already buying. Because when I comment on your page, people come and attack me. Oh, is this not the girl? I'm like, where do you know me? Oh, that's the girl. I'm like, damn. Where do you know me? I haven't even left my house in the whole year.
well, I mean, but we can clear the air. You're proud to be a black woman.
I have no other choice.
And you have nothing against dark-skinned women?
Hell no. I have nothing against nobody because I don't care about nobody's skin. I only care about me and my skin. I don't care about nobody, what they do with their life, their skin.
And you put that on your money.
I put that on everything that I own, even on my grandma, my ancestors, on my next flight. Okay, I put out everything, and it's like.
Better not be a 737 M8.
That's why I'm gonna stick to private jets until further notice. But that's what I'm saying. I have nothing deep in my heart. It doesn't matter what you look like, who you are. Like I've been discriminated against for being African. So you see, people have issues like, oh, you're black. Okay, for example, I was in Italy, right? And I lost my American passport. So now I have just this African passport, right? And they literally arrested me because I'm African. You don't even get it. I had to pepper spray police officers. Oh, it was bad. It was bad. I pepper sprayed 2 police officers. One is actually blind. He said he's legally blind, but his eye should have fallen off.
Wait, so why did you get arrested though?
Because, I was on tour. I'm going to Cameroon, and I'm going through Italy, right? I'm going through the plane. My escale was in Italy, and then when I stopped, I was with my dog, and the airline said they didn't put my dog on the flight, so now they have to switch my flight. So now I have to go through immigration. So I'm trying to go through immigration. I can't find my American passport, but I have another passport. I didn't know that I needed a visa to get on another plane. So I'm trying to explain this shit to these motherfuckers, they don't want to listen. And I'm like, and they don't speak English. They don't bring a translator, nothing. I'm at the airport for how many hours? No help. So I get so frustrated, and I'm like, okay, this is going bad. And I want to talk to this officer, and he pushes me. I lost it. I just put on my pepper spray, and I pepper sprayed him and the dogs, the cats, the goats, the flies, everything. And
Did you go to an Italian jail?
no, they say at the airport they have a place. So what happened was, when that happened, I texted my sister. I was like, if you don't call the American embassy right now, they're gonna kill me, because they don't know that I'm American too, right? And my sister reached out to the American embassy in Italy, and they called the airport. So they've been treating me like shit. They hadn't given me food, water, nothing. My dog, nothing. They've been treating me like shit because I was African, because Africans migrate over there illegally. So they're looking at me like I want to come to their country. I'm like, what dirty country? So you think I'll leave America to come to your dirty, stinky country? Like, have you seen your country before? Like, do you look at your
Italy's
country?
dirty. You don't like it.
Yeah,
Milan is really good.
bunch of racist, ugly buildings, piece of shit human beings. But anyways, so that happens. The embassy, no, listen, the embassy calls and says, the American embassy calls and says, you're holding one of my citizens. Jason, they brought me a 5-course meal. Keep in mind, I was still black, but they were treating me bad just because I was African. So they find out I'm American, I'm still black, right? But they start treating me better. So it's levels to this racism, colorism shit, because they treat you differently. They put me in a 5-star hotel, okay? Treated me like, gave my dog desserts. And I was like, I don't, you're not trying to poison me now. But it comes back to how people are treated, because of, most people would think, oh, it's because of the color of my skin. No, sometimes it's just where you're from. They treated me like shit because they thought I was African. Because after they found I was American, I was still black.
So if you had to do this all over again and avoid all the criticism for lightening your skin and being told that basically you're trying to whiten all of Africa,
My products are 99% of my customers are Americans in America who buy every 2
would you
weeks
do it
when
all
they get
over
their
again
paycheck.
and just say, fuck it, I want to do something different?
I would do it and make sure it's. If I did it all over, I'll make
You
sure
have
it's
the
worse.
products ready?
I'll make sure I use the media better than I did. I don't think I used all that the right way. I had free press, and I don't think I used it the right way. I would do it all over again, the same way or even better. I will. I have no regrets. I have no regrets. I have no. I don't care.
So what do you do with all the money?
What do I do with the money? I do a lot of charity work. I help people a lot. That's something that I'm very passionate. Like, I'm about to go. Like, I go downtown to LA a lot and feed the homeless. I cook food in my house and go feed the homeless. I live a really nice life, quite peaceful life. Take care of, travel the world, really, and just keep investing in my companies. That's what I do. I really don't do much nowadays. Like I said, I spend a lot of time in my house. I love being at home, naked, and just hanging out, talking
Yes,
SHIT.
that's the best.
I have a quick question though. You said you started your first business at 8. Do you come from money?
My family, I was raised by my grandfather, who did very well for himself.
Okay.
But I've always been the stubborn little girl, like, who always do something with my life. I feel like we build our life part for, like, this was me. Like, I feel like I started this from 8 and it got me here. My family has always helped me. Matter of fact, when I just moved to LA, my family was paying for everything. Like, they paid for my school, my house. It's just when I started my business that they started taking care of me, which is 6 years ago. My family always took care of me with the lavish lifestyle, whatever shit. It was them. Like they always took care of me my whole life, and then I had to grow up.
I always wonder, for people who lighten their skin, how do you lighten your back?
You're back.
So what
Bye.
I always wonder, like, how do you lighten your own back?
I have long arms, so you can get there. So, like, we have a customer that sent a message and said that she can't reach her back, right?
Maybe you should come up with like an applicator, like for the back.
No, go find your neighbor to put it on your back. Oh, we're gonna have a community where they can meet each other somewhere.
And lighten each other's skin.
Each other's
they
back.
gonna light
A whitening
your ass.
party?
They gonna light your ass up. No pun intended.
Nobody, Jason. People talk so much SHIT on the internet, but they see me in person. They don't say nothing. Like. I mean, people don't get to see me a lot. I don't go out, like I said, I don't go out at all. Back in the day, you see me everywhere, but now I don't even go anywhere. So I don't really meet people. But when I have shows and concerts, people meet me, it's all love. Like, oh, Dencia, the one they're asking. Everybody who meets me is asking about the product. I don't care how famous you are, how rich you are, how broke you are. That's all they do. That's all they do.
Okay, so then next steps for you is just continue to expand your business.
Expanding my business and just getting more money, helping more homeless people. I'm very passionate about homelessness and kids in Africa. I travel to Africa a lot, at least once a month, and like just random countries and go to orphanages and look out for kids. I love kids. That's my goal in life, is to help as many people as possible.
Well, listen, I appreciate you finally coming on the show. I can't wait to see what everybody has to say. We'll definitely keep in better touch.
Yeah, we should get back to being friends.
Yeah.
Even though you pissed me off.
We are
I was
friends.
so mad at you that
Why?
one time when you wrote the article. I was like, Jason, why didn't you text me? Why didn't you reach out to me? I thought we were better than this.
Listen.
Yeah, you got Hollywood on me.
No, I got Hollywood unlocked on you.
That's
All right, well,
messed up.
listen, we'll keep in touch. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you. I
I'm
appreciate
sure
it.
you're going to continue to keep the internet talking, and we'll just keep typing. We out. Peace. Wait, what was wrong with the article? What did
Because
did
you
write
reach
that
out to me
article?
to
Listen,
get
someone
the
else
real
read it.
story.
I don't know what was it about.
You should have reached out to me to get the real story, which was
About China, right?
yeah. It was not what people were saying, and you could have gotten the real deal.
You were over there bleaching all those African skins.
No, we're not bleaching out.
Those
That's the
African
last
skins.
one.
Hey, yeah, where are you?
Do you guys have,
Did you see the
another
building
one
at all?
after this?
We're gonna go for it, yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
try it.
Did you see my car? Do you see my car? So there's a parking lot in between two buildings, a black building and a gray building. If you come down those two buildings, yeah, if you come into that
Was
parking
he
lot.
trying to do another show?
Yeah, call it.
Can I get you to do one thing now? Get out your hair, okay? We have to do like a swipe up promo. We do a swipe up promo for our Instagram.
Why didn't y'all bring us some Whitenicious? Y'all should have brought us some.
I don't have any. I don't use Whitenicious.
Oh no?
No, but she might have some. I don't know.
Yeah, I just finished my interview with Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored. If you wanna see the full interview, swipe up,
Okay.
and we'll have you stand right up against it. Okay.
Yeah.
Got the lights good.
You ready?
One sec.
Let me make sure my glasses go on. So hey, this is Dencia. If you want to see my food, okay?
I just finished my interview with Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored. If you